Good afternoon, our viewers. Welcome back to this amazing unspoken reality show. But today, we're going to change it a little bit and have fun. We're going to watch a movie, so it's movie time. Yeah, thank you for always keeping up with us and plugging in for this show. And for this amazing one, we're asking you to please forget everything that you are doing. Enjoy this Saturday, like any other Saturday that you're also supposed always to be enjoying. And remember that this program is powered by the Gender Violence Recovery Center of Nairobi Women Hospital in partnership with Population Services Kenya and Population Services International, PSK, through a program called Accelerate that is focusing on addressing gender-based violence and sexual reproductive health and rights. We are pushing towards realizing 3 zeros: 0 GBV incidences, 0 maternal death, and 0 unmet FP needs. And through this program, we're able to offer you this platform where you can always plug in and have fun with us. So we welcome you. Thank you for getting on board. But before we do that, I think I have an old man panel here. Na wengine wanakuwa wamekasirika sana. So probably we can start with the introductions with my colleague the other side. Because we decided to do a boys thing. It's a boys movie weekend. So we are hanging out as boys, and we invite you to hang out with us also as we watch these reels. Thank you. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is James Mungai. I am a program officer at Gender Violence and Recovery Center. We work with an amazing team there, and it's quite an amazing time that we're going to have together. Just getting to chill and watch a movie and get to learn from it. I think that's one of the main things that we're going to do. Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you so much. We have another guest. Maybe you can just say his name, then I'll ask him a few things about the movie that you are about to watch.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you, Chege. Thank you all for having me here. My name is Divine Wandera. I'm an actor by profession, a producer, a director, and a director at the Royal Theatre, and also Hall of Fame Entertainment. And we are in partnership with GVRC on some projects. And it will be great being on this program. I'm honored to be here.
Thank you. You have refused to tell us your third name. Anyway, it's all right. But, I guess we know, and we know what it means. So, welcome, Divine.
But I did.
You said Divine Wandera, so it's all right.
You had a point somewhere.
Asante. Karibu sana, Divine. And yeah, it's always a pleasure. Like, guys are wondering why are these people sitting here, boys alone? Yeah, so we're asking people just to join these 3 boys for a few minutes. We get entertained and we also get to learn. So probably Divine, umesema we ni msanii, we ni artist, umesema vitu mingi, umesema nini ngine, nimesikia tu script writer,
Producer, director, actor.
Sasa ukichukua kazi zote Kenya unataka vijana.
No, in Kenya, man. That's what you guys smart.
Vijana wengine wanafanya kazi gani? But it's all right. It's always a pleasure working with you. And I know the movie you're about to watch today has a lot to do with your work and your contribution. But maybe Divine Butendele, we are still within a COVID period. The pandemic is still pending in Kenya. Very uncertain times. How has it been being an artist in Kenya?
Wow. Actually, I think this has been the hardest time for artists in Kenya. Wasanii wamekaa ngumu tu sana. Najua wakati COVID iliingia, tulifungiwa. Environment yetu ya kuweza kuwaki ikafungiwa kabisa. So the only source of income that we have and we know of iliweza kukanyagiwa chini, na si kwa kupenda kwa gava, by the way. Ni pandemic iliweza kuingia, so lazima tuweze pia comply na rules za serikali ku contain virus, lakini ili tu affect tu sana kabisa. Ile tu mbaya kabisa, like your only source of income imeweza kukanyagiwa. And mimi kama msanii as a professional, I do not know of anything else ama any other way of earning a living apart from msanii. So itukanyagia mbaya tu sana.
Ile kanyagia mbaya sana
mpaka hata design fulani unapata ile vitu ambao wasee wanaamua kuweza kusurvive.
Yeah.
You'll be shocked.
Yeah, we get it. So hata wasanii wameingia in some compromising situation because
My
you
friend.
need survival.
Unajua, following the rule of survival for the fittest, lazima tuweze kulearn pia how to do it, how to adapt to changing times, and also have a way to make it through. Kitu moja najua ni kwamba hii kitu haiwezi ikatu outlast.
Okay.
Haiwezi hata katakaje, haiwezi. So lazima tujipange.
Thank you very much. So wasanii pia wamekuwa affected. Maybe just to ask, what are some of the issues that the female artists have been going through, and are they different from what the male artists have been going through?
I wouldn't say that labda this gender has had it better than the other one. Although kuna some instances whereby maybe someone will say like the male actors maybe kuna venye labda aliweza ku make it through the male. Maybe kuna some things that favor them. But female artists, their options are limited. Very, very limited. Unapata kwamba lazima tu ataweza ku make through. Ata have ku resort to anything else kule nje aweze kuweza fanya nini kusurvive. Wajamaa, mimi ndakuja kwako labda niweze kujipanga leo. Labda kazi jawa nikuje kwako nijipange. Kesho ni hivyo. Them itakuwa hard. Na things that I've had in the industry ni vitu ambazo ziko saddening. Iko extreme. Iko extreme tu sana to the point that nimekaa nikafikiria na wasanii wenzangu tukasema kwamba what could we have done earlier enough kuweza kukushon hawa wasanii kwa such things even though hatukujua kama zinaweza come. But nile design like tungeweza kupredict ama kuweza kujipanga in time, tungeweza kukushon hawa wasanii mapema tu sana kabisa. Ndio unapata sasa hii story ya if there was an alternative way of earning kwa wasanii, ingeweza kusaidia. Investments kwa wingi ingeweza kuwasaidia. Maana sisi wasanii tuna make dough. We are making money out there. But how do we plan ourselves? Kule mbele, how do we invest? Do we even think of that? Kuna hizo questions lazima tuweze kuulizwa. So unapata kwamba vitu mingi zimetu affect tu sana kabisa.
Thank you very much. And maybe just very quickly, have you also gone through, you know, sisi wote ni wa Kenya, but probably issues of gender-based violence, issues of violence against, you know, female artists, male artists. Have you ever come across issues, guys, or where somebody is exposed because of COVID-19 situation in the country?
No, nimekwambia ni sad story.
Ni sad story.
I can assure you that gender-based violence has been prevalent, not only uko nje hata kwa wasanii. Na wasanii imekuwa hard hit because they were the ones that were affected first hand. Everything was cut. Na unapata kwamba for the reasons of survival for the fittest, utajipata katika situation fulani. Mademu wetu amejipata katika situation fulani zenye ziko compromising. And they have had to suffer gender-based violence through these conditions. Now we have to find a way to make it through. It has happened. Si uongo? I know of people, personally I know of people. I just cannot mention them, but I know of people that have gone through a lot of things during this COVID-19 period.
Wow.
Extreme.
Well, thank you for bringing out that perspective, Sindio. And I believe that the situation unajua venye country mzima imekuwa, you've seen the president talk about it, I think 3-4 times. Prevalence of gender-based violence has more than doubled. At GVRC, we've seen increased numbers like crazy. And we know that we have to do something. And all this started when COVID is like a shadow pandemic. Tunakimbizana na COVID huku, lakini hapo nyuma tu amekuja pia tu ni issues za GBV. So that is, I believe it's affecting everyone. So kidogo tu hebu tuambie, you decided to, you know, angazia jamii. You decided to do something. You decided to do a short film. Can you tell us about Kimya? Before, I know we're going to invite our people to watch. Usijali, usishie mali yote. Unaenda kuwatch tu na sisi sai. Lakini labda tuambie tu kidogo. Tell us, what is Kimya?
I think this is one of the projects that nimeweza kuwa so proud of having done it in this kind of circumstances at times. And mainly because it has affected my industry, my fellow artists directly. And community kule nje na safa na wanasema kwamba msanii ni kioo cha jamii. So the best that I can do is to bring to light whatever is happening out there, so that maybe we can find ways of learning from it and even finding ways of dealing with that. Kimya basically is a Swahili word that means silence. And we thought of it when I was scripting this movie. I thought of the way the survivors have been silenced. Some of them have been silenced not to speak about this for whatever reasons, either by choice or by other means. They have been silenced. So Kimya is about finding a way to deal with that silence that is supposed to be done.
Amazing.
So the movie is about
having
your voice.
Wachia tu hapo ndio watch. Hoping that James, you watch movies.
Very napenda.
And do you think what Devane is trying to do, do you think it's something that can work or not? To create awareness, talk to the communities, Because I understand Divine is also working with the GVRC. Do you think that's one of the ways?
It's very important, actually, because, you know, as human beings, we record and we capture more when we see something that we can relate with.
Okay.
So when someone understands this and can be able to say, by the way, I had, or I know, or I have seen this kind of situation. So I know, and I appreciate the fact that you get to do this and, again, reflect jamii. So it's very important. It is.
Thank you very much.
Maybe just to add something on whatever he just said.
Yeah.
Unapata kwamba, it is, whatever you tell people, what you tell me, I can forget. What I read, I can forget. But what you show me, it sticks because it creates mental pictures ambazo ndakuzikumbuka forever. That's why we thought of awareness, GBV awareness through film.
Yeah.
And I thank GVRC so much because they came in to partner with us, and even your director, Madam Albatra.
Yeah.
And nashukuru sana because imetusaidia sana kuweza communicate to the community.
Thank you very much. I believe now that is more than tumefanya introduction moja kali sana. I hope the introduction is not better than the movie. So we welcome you without much ado. Welcome. Let's enjoy Kimya, directed by Divine.
Godfather ndio aache kulia. Hey. Kuzo. Leo umefunga job mapema. Kwani kuna nini huko? Ana?
Habari zenu?
Leo umeingia mapema sana.
Nimemlia Wambo vizuri toka babake atuwache after COVID bila kwaheri. Hata nilipovutwa kazi, siku lose hope. Nikaeka biashara. Nimemlinda Wambo vizuri. Wambo hajaitoka kwenda kutangatanga. Nimemlea vizuri na adabu. And as you promised, kazi yako ilikuwa ni kumfanyisha homework. Ili shule zikifunguliwa, Wambo asikue amerudi nyuma darasani. Ona matokeo ya kazi yako.
Matokeo gani? Ya kazi gani? Ya nani? Mimi. Na huyu?
You mean akakako pregnant? Na mumetafuta mtu wa kuchafuria jina na kuwekelea. Mkaona ni my brother Joseph. Mtu ambaye amejitolea kufundisha mtoto wako for free. Is this how you repay for goodness?
Imagine, this is madness.
This is your cousin, my own brother.
This is madness.
The goodness he has done, especially during COVID.
Yani hauna aibu baba kama wewe. Kumharibia msichana mdogo hivi maisha. After I gave you shelter under my roof. Huna hata utu Joseph. Huna utu.
Wewe. Usisingizie my brother Joseph.
Yeah.
Usituchafurie jina, usituharibie jina. Otherwise I'll deal with you.
Yeah.
Wamboi, una pesa macho hapa kama vile uko innocent. And yet you know, you have many boyfriends. Ujui watoto wa siku hizi? They never take consequences for their action.
Magi.
Usiniite. Dokajete. Unataka kuharibia familia yetu.
Yeah.
Jina.
Yeah.
Ulishindwa na kuangalia bwanako. Akakutoroka.
Yeah.
Umeshindwa na kumlea mtoto wako. Unataka kuwekelea bradhangu. Sasa.
Yeah.
Do not bring us or bring everyone in your messed up life.
Yeah.
Do not.
Yes, I will
This
not.
is your cousin.
Yes.
Uncle to your daughter.
Yes.
Mwambie akwambie ni nani.
I will not tolerate this. I will not tolerate this nonsense. Wewe, Wambui, kumbuka vizuri sana who among your many boyfriends is responsible for this pregnancy.
Yeah, true.
Bure we nitakutandika ushike adabu kimtaja tena. Nitakutandika.
Umtandike nani?
Na huyu.
Uguze nani?
Huyu.
Hey, it seems amnijui vizuri. Na wewe Magi, you are a woman like us. Unafaa kuwa mstari wa mbele kumake sure ambao wamepata justice. Unaona hivyo penye mliingia?
Exactly, we'll go.
Hivyo penye mliingia. Mlango ndio ule. Tokeni.
Shikeni vitu zenu.
Tokeni.
Labda mimba
But
yako.
be sure.
Twende.
Don't start a
Justice is
fight.
done for my daughter.
Don't start a fight. You cannot win.
Be assured, lazima nitapata justice for my child.
Tujaribu.
Toka. Jibaba.
Let's go. Don't start a fight.
Go.
You cannot win.
Tokeni.
Purukenge.
Ungekuwa nje.
Yazi.
Yeah, that's part one, man.
Yes, that's part one, a short film. Si ndefu sana, only a few minutes, like 5 point something minutes ambayo tumeweza kuwatch.
Thank you very much. And maybe right now I'm seeing watu wameanza kuwatch, wameanza kujibamba na sisi. Seeing some DMs, few people. Abdi Jamal, I've seen Abdi Jamal, I've seen Mogire Nafsal, I've seen Isaac Moraya. Thank you guys. So maybe James, very quickly, just to you before we come back to Divine. What do you think is and if you got some shout outs you want to make to your people, this is the time. And then also maybe tell us from the movie, what can you pick out? What's standing out for you? James, thank you.
I think one very unique thing is that there's just this tension that we can feel, just the whole of this, the way we've seen the whole movie.
Yeah.
There's something that is happening. There's an accusation that is being brought about. We have a very clear case of someone who has experienced something that they're not able to share about, something that they're not able to speak about. You can see huyo msichana ametulia, amenyamaza, and there's a lot of shame and fear. I think we've noticed that. There's a lot of shame and fear.
There's a lot of shame and fear in the girl.
Yeah, in the girl. And you see that we do not have, again, more information on what they've been accused of. We've just seen a strip. Now, most of us know that there's mention of pregnancy. But again, at this point, we are not aware of what the truth is or the side of the story of the girl.
Okay. Maybe just 2 questions for you, James. Because I had a feeling like, did I see Wambo's mom even raise her voice and say, wewe ni mwanamke kama sisi? Did I see where that sometimes people can put the issue of violence becomes like a woman also against a woman thing? And then that uncle yake, the way they denied, the way the uncle denied. What do you think, according to your work? According to your work, why do you think this person really, why do men deny? Why do perpetrators deny? Those 2 things, then we can go to debate.
Okay. One of the things that we noticed, you see that, for the lady's mom, this is something that is very personal, and this whole idea that another woman can take the side of a perpetrator is hurtful. Unajua kumekuwa na hii idea that wanawake wanafaa kujenganya wote. So this idea that the aunt to this lady is very an attack the lady. It is very painful. Na ni kitu ambayo we can see clearly in this movie. And also the idea of the perpetrator to deny. Ruka until there is proof. Deny, and you are innocent until proven guilty to the mind of the perpetrator. So I think for him, what he's afraid of is the possible shame that may come out of it. Also, something else is the fear of not wanting to take responsibility of whatever the consequences that may arise out of this. Because this is the unspeakable things that you can't really talk about. Society cannot allow you to stomach such things.
Uh-huh.
The man cannot agree to that reality.
Okay.
Ati ni ukweli. So I think for him, it's deny till the end.
Deny till then.
Yeah.
And maybe just lastly, at that particular moment, I'm just trying to imagine. I know since we are men, but if you're watching this and you're a woman or you're female, at that particular point where you get to confront, when the movie started, I could see Mama Mambo sitting there. She was looking pensive. Alikuwa ni mama amebondwa na amesukumwa na mawazo na ameshikilia kitu inakaa kwa mkono ka result. Alafu msee anaingia. You could see when, what's the name of the perpetrator? Yeah, you could see when Joseph came in, they were walikuwa wanamwangalia. My question is there a better way to deal with it? And how can you deal with it if you're the one that watching it? Maybe James, from your experience and line of work, before we go to Devane, because I'm sure he would like to tell people what inspired him to write such a bad script at this particular moment. Yeah. At that particular moment where you're faced with this situation, there's abuse you've known, you're a parent, and the person that has done the abuse, you know who it is, and you're faced with this situation. What's the best advice? How can people watching this know how to get to handle such situations? In such a moment, even accepting that reality, that this is someone you trust, this is someone you love, it's something that is obviously a high emotional moment for you. And we all know that at that point, your judgment is compromised. Your thinking will always go towards anger and wanting to do something that out of rage. It's true that we cannot really change the kind of emotion that you're feeling at that time. But also you have the ability to control the kind of reaction that you have. So one of the things I think that could have been done is just getting to hear what kind of the story, giving the opportunity for both the man, the Joseph, akingivila mengia, kama anaweza pata opportunity. Because hata sahi, uliona defenses, we could see the defenses of Joseph zilienda tu up. The first thing alifanya ni alideny tu. But if the lady angeka chini, waweze kuelezeana, umbiane, this is the accusation that you're in. I think that could have been, yeah. Wow, thank you so much. And maybe Devane, we know you have many titles. Actor, writer, producer, scriptwriter, creative director. Probably just to understand when you are coming up with this particular part and these characters. Is there something you'd like to say in part one? Because I believe that just help us understand, like what happened. You movie mianza tu wasewa na gombana. We would like to understand what. Maybe you can play it a little bit. You can play it a little bit until the second minute hapo. Then we can have a small discussion.
Okay, sawa. Until hapo. Okay.
Godfather ndio aache kulia. Hey. Kuzo. Leo umefunga job mapema. Kwani kuna nini huko? Ana?
Habari zenu?
Leo umeingia mapema sana.
Nimemlia Wambo vizuri toka babake atuwache after COVID bila kwaheri. Hata nilipovutwa kazi siku lose hope. Nikaeka biashara. Nimemlinda Wambo vizuri. Wambo hajaitoka kwenda kutangatanga. Nimemlea vizuri na adabu. And as you promised, kazi yako ilikuwa ni kumfanyisha homework. Ili shule zikifunguliwa, Wambo asikue amerudi nyuma darasani. Ona matokeo ya kazi yako.
Matokeo gani? Ya kazi gani? Ya nani? Mimi.
Yeah, now, what happened? You maybe can tell us what happened, man.
Okay. Hii story, hii scenario ni ile ambayo ni real tu sana mtaani. This has happened before. Whereby, unajua kwamba damu ni nzito kuliko maji.
Yeah.
So, udem ni single mother, saizi. Already kwanza, anaishi peke yake kwa nyumba na akakaribisha kuzo wake, akuje waishi naye because alipatikana katika hii lockdown ambayo ilikuwa imefanyika. So, ubuda kwa hii place, kazi yake tu ni simple. Mtu yeye afundishwe, mtu yako nyumbani, shule zimefungwa, ana kitu kingine ya kufanya. Lazima wa containiwe watoi wasiweze kufanya nini? Kuingia katika vitu zingine. At least akili ikae katika masomo. But wakati huyu mother anatoka anaenda majob, ubuda anabaki na mtoi home. Kuna ile trust mother ako nayo na ubuda. Ana trust kwamba huyu ni kuzo, haizi hamu mtoi. Mtoi naye nyumbani pia ako fit, anajua kwamba ako na anko haizi mhamu in any way. So wako katika safe hands kwa hiyo nyumba. But utapata kwamba these things zimekuja zikafanyika. Mtaani unapata kwamba the people who are perpetrators, sana wale ambao wamefanya perpetration, wamefanya hizi cases mingi, wamekuwa victims, wamefanyiwa na watu ambao wana trust so much.
Especially correlated na COVID pia during COVID period.
Ni time ya COVID kwa sababu sasa movements zimekuwa restricted, kazi zimesimamishwa mingi sana, zimesimama. Situation iko very extreme.
Na umse ako na access na
umse ako na access, ako na time mob sana na mtoi nyumbani. So anaweza fanya kitu yote. Unajua umse ni mtu grown up, so anaweza manipulate akili mtoi. Unajua kama mzazi, of course instincts za kwanza tenda mtoi, kudefend mtoi, si ndio? But hata kama zinenda mtoi bado kuna hiyo factor ya blood is thicker than water. Uni kuzo wake. Aje. How do you even explain this?
Okay.
Unaona? So mbadha amekula moto sana kuhusu story yote kuhusu jamaa. Na huyu jamaa unaona anafanya nini? Kitu ya kwanza tu kwa ni kuruka.
Nashuku kuna kitu.
Sijui maboy wote wao wamefundishwa kwa kuruka nini?
Ruka your story as much as you can.
Wow.
Anaruka your story kabisa. Now the worst part is this. The sister to Joseph.
Una pesa macho hapa kama vile uko innocent. And yet you know you have many boyfriends. Ujue watoto wa siku hizi, they never take consequences for their action. Magi. Usiniite.
Very nice. Thank you. Maybe very quickly to... Oh. You many hit, and I'm just trying to go through what the girl is going through, and it's really not good. Maybe just very quickly, Divine, just one point. Like, what type of gender-based violence hapa hivi, ama violence against women and girls inajitokeza kulingana na hii accusation ambayo iko? And number 2, what is preventing people from speaking out? So mimi nikiangalia hii, I'm seeing like more, the biggest hindrance is familiar. So maybe when you answer those 2 questions, then James, you can quickly tell us about if you're in this situation and it's a problem what Divine is describing, how can people get to GVRC so that they can get help?
The saddest part of this, before I even answer the question, is that the victim, as in the survivor now, the little girl, anapata kupigwa pressure more na kurushiwa ngori, kukuwa more accused by even the auntie. Unaona? So wanampiga pressure, wanaanza kumkelelesha, wanaanza kumletea ngori so that aweze kufanya nini? Labda kuruka history pia sema kwamba si umse.
And does that happen like people really do that?
It happens. The first thing is to threatening the survivor ama the victim ili asiweze kuongea, another way of silencing this girl.
Anakumblame.
Kimya kitu kwanza anablamiwa, wanataka kumsilence, so wanataka kimya. The title ni kimya, so they want to shut her down. Nona, that's what the auntie is doing right now. But if you look at it all, umtoi already ameshapeana siri kwa mother. Ukiangalia story ashapeana siri kwa mother, so anakuwa intimidated more. And that is where the problem comes in. Kwa sababu unapata kwamba mtaani unapata mtu amefanya kitu fulani haezi ongea, anaogopa kuongea kwa sababu labda atakuwa accused more, atathreateniwa.
Shikilia hapo. Nimeona there is a very important point there. There is a lot a very good important tip. Hii tip ni gold mine, James. You by your experience and working in TVC for a long time. Relating to that point, what would you tell parents? Sababu nimeona like mtu yana blamiwa mpaka anaambiwa sijui ana pesa macho, ako sijui na boyfriend, shida ni yeye. What would you tell parents there?
You know, actually, we can notice the idea of Maggie, now the aunt to this mtoi, Kenya nataka ni silence to a point where asisikia story yake, because they understand how powerful her story is. She's the only one who knows the story. She's the only one who can tell the truth, because she's the one who has experienced it. So if a parent is not as supportive or does not believe such a thing, and that story is suppressed from the parent's perspective.
From the parent's perspective.
Imagine if the parent now would have been, again, this would have been a whole other situation. You see, for parents, it is very important for kids and for your daughters and even your sons to feel safe around you enough to tell you the truth. And you have to take that step of believing them. So for a parent, lazima waitikie, lazima ukue very open and become a safe space for your child.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And maybe when Divine alikuwa ametuwekelea was that family ties and issues are conflicting Maggie's mom a lot.
Yeah.
And we've seen that, of course, kuna sexual abuse hapo ambayo that has been ongoing. You want to add something?
Yes, you had asked a question what type of
GBV,
violence,
yeah.
onekana hapa. If the girl is pregnant, and obviously the girl is a student, so she's under 18 years, so
Yes.
kuna sexual
Defilement, eh?
this defilement that happened.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu hizi ito kama kitu kingine ni defilement because huyu uncle ameweza kulala na mtoi mwenye ako below 18 years.
Yes.
Mtoi mwenye kulingana na sheria hafai kuwa labda na amekubalia kitu kama hii ama ni hata kubalia
Hakuna kubaliana.
Hakuna kitu ya kubaliana hapo. So hii ni defilement ambayo imefanyika hapa na ambayo ni serious offense.
Na imefanyika na mtu karibu wa familia.
Mtu karibu wa familia kabisa ambapo now the family ties zinataka kuplay out ku affect the whole situation to silence the girl. Supposing the mother alikosa kuamini mtoi. Alafu auntie na uncle wakuje vijana kwenye speed wanakuja.
Thank you. Hebu sasa tumalizie hiyo part ya mwisho before we call it a day.
And also, just before
yes.
to move,
Yeah,
as I mentioned, not just to make it even more intense.
Yes.
It's not only defiling but incest. You know, just incest.
Sawa kwa familia.
Kumtu wa familia. So ina make it, give more reason to Joseph akatae kabisa. Na ina pay more reason to Maggie amtete brother yake. So you see now having that deeper level of offense makes the situation even more complicated and even on a deeper level than venye ingekuwa before. So.
Thank you. Wow.
Unataka kuharibia familia yetu. Jina. Ulishindwa na kuangalia bwanako. Akakutoroka. Umeshindwa na kumlea mtoto wako. Unataka kuwekelea bradhangu. Sasa. Do not bring us or bring everyone in your messed up life. Do not.
Yes, I will
This
not.
is your cousin.
Yes.
Uncle to your daughter.
Yes.
Mwambie kwambie ni nani.
I will not tolerate this. I will not tolerate this nonsense. Wewe, Wambui, kumbuka vizuri sana who among your many boyfriends is responsible for this pregnancy.
Yeah, true.
Pure we nitakutandika ushike adabu kintaja tena. Nitakutandika.
Umtandike nani?
Na huyu.
Uguze nani?
Huyu.
Hey, it seems amnijui vizuri. Na wewe Maggie, you are a woman like us. Unafaa kuwa mstari wa mbele kumake sure ambao wamepata justice. Unaona hivyo penye mliingia?
Exactly, we'll go.
Hivyo penye mliingia. Mlango ndio ule. Tokeni.
Shikeni vitu zenu.
Tokeni. But be sure.
Don't start a
Justice is
fight.
done for my daughter.
Don't start a fight. You cannot win.
Be assured, lazima nitapata justice for my child.
Tujaribu.
Toka. Jibaba.
Let's go. Don't start a fight.
Go.
You cannot win.
Tokeni.
Purukenge.
Mungekuwa nje.
Viazi.
Hey.
It's something else. It's on a different level.
Yeah,
Kabisa,
very, very.
kabisa, because unapata kwamba during this COVID-19 period, wasichana wengi sana ambao walikuwa school going girls walikuwa impregnated. So many of them walikuwa impregnated.
In fact, Gava inatuambia around 320,000 pregnancies reported in the last 1 year. Yeah, so in such kind of a situation, Divine, wewe ndio mzee uko kwa ground, tuseme hata si uko kwa ground ndio, lakini pia kwa ground wewe uko sana, tuseme from where you come from. Before James tell us how people can reach to GVRC, unafikiria umadha kuna any choices? Sababu inaonekana number one kama Joseph anado, ni kama Joseph ana madharau, hata ni kama Joseph I think they are kuna financial marshal. Umadhe hakuna choice.
The fact is that Joseph and his family wako well off. Wako na do, wako sawa kuliko umadha. Umadha sasa na struggle. Kumbuka kwamba alichujwa job. Sasa yes, kwamba alifutwa kazi, akafungwa ka biashara kana run. Ambayo pia si like labda ni stable vile sana. So umadha hapi vya mpigwa vita ya Joseph, hii familia kwa na pesa
na ni familia yao.
Na ni familia yao kitu kwanza.
Na of course anamokoleaga.
Of course, and then kitu ya pili wako na do sana. So in case hata umadha kwame, ataendea wase waweze kumsaidia. That's the first thing. Unaona? Kitu ya pili ni kwamba lazima tu aweze kujua how to deal with this because mtoto wake ako involved. Na mtoto wake amekuwa defiled. Mtoto ako pregnant as we speak right now. There is incest involved. Unaona? The reality on the ground ni kwamba these things have happened. Kwa wingi sana zimetendeka kwa wingi sana. Now, when these things happen kule mtaani, what happens ni kwamba unapata kwamba familia itajaribu sana kuweza kuzuia, kusilence everybody.
I get it, baze.
Kabisa.
Alafu mwadhe pia kwa ina dilemma.
Kabisa.
Alafu number 2, hata tuseme kwa mfano kama akona hiyo ameweza ku make a choice. Do you think she will have the courage to go against Joseph or anyone you are watching? Do you think that you have the courage to go against the perpetrator?
Hiyo ni noma sana. Given the factors that are playing out right now, pesa, family ties, na nini, itakuwa I don't know. Mtaani ni ngumu sana. Can assure you, the fact that only a few people have come out to report such incidences whereby watu wamekuwa impregnated tells you that only a few people have had the guts to come out and speak.
Okay.
And break the silence. Hii noma.
And lastly, before I ask James to share a few things, how far? James na sister yake wanakaa wamejichocha sana. How far do you think James and the sister are willing to go with this thing? To kuifunga, kuimaliza, thwarting it?
Joseph, thank you.
No, not me.
It can happen.
Yeah.
Joseph.
Yeah. Yes. What do you think? How far do you think they are willing to go? Have you met cases where people say wamekuwa intimidated na perpetrators na nini?
Yeah, especially when family is involved. Because again, the argument is, and this is something that Maggie, Joseph's sister, said, unataka kuaibisha familia yetu. So no one wants a bad reputation at home. There's you know, for a name, for your family name, it's something inakuwa valued a lot when it comes to the African culture. So hakuna mtu anataka kuharibiwa jina yao, na hakuna mtu anataka kujulikana ati ile ndio familia incest inafanyikanga. You see how shameful that is. So I believe they have first, as you've mentioned, they have the resources to take it as far as possible, kufunika hii story. And also they have the motivation to do so, because they don't want that story coming out. So they have, I think they look motivated enough not to let this, if it end up beyond this, as much as they can to do that.
Thank you very much. And I think for you to find out what happens, how much is willing Joseph, how much is Joseph and the sister willing to do, and how determined is Wambo's mother, you need to join us next Saturday again for episode 2 of the same clip. Please join us. Tutakuwa tu sisi ama boys bado kuja tujibambe, to watch movie, to learn, for you to find out what happens next to Joseph, to Wambo, to Joseph's sister. Na mother Wambo anaweza fight his stuff kweli? Do you think she's got what it takes, or do you think Joseph is going to walk away? So I think special thanks to our guest today. Tutakuwa naye mpaka tumalize 3 episodes. So hiyo ni plot ya 3 weekends, si ndio? Kuja tukutane pale YouTube ya GVRC, tukutane watch party Facebook, tukutane YouTube page ya GVRC, tuendelee na hizi story maze, si ndio? If you have any questions, any ideas, always feel free to DM us. But before I go, James, if somebody is going through this and they would like to reach to Gender Violence Recovery Center, very quickly, how would people reach you?
So remember that this can happen to anyone. You can know someone, it can happen to you. So in case you have anything that you need to inquire, anything that you need to ask about Gender Violence Recovery Center, please call this number. It's a toll-free number, no charges. 0800 720 565. That is 0800 720 565. And you'll get every information you need.
Thank you very much. Catch you next Saturday. But before that, Devane, how can people get to know you and follow you?
Kwetu ni rahisi sana kabisa. You can follow us on Facebook. That is The Royal Theatre in capital letters. The Royal Theatre. Unaweza tupata hapo. Ama just tumie tu email at royaltheatre254@gmail.com. Kumbuka kwamba next weekend hii movie malinaendelea part 2, like episode 2 of this. Ni moto tu sana. Joseph na sister yake wako motivated, highly motivated kuweza kudili na hii story. Hii situation iweze kuenda, iweze kunyamazishwa, kukimya kabisa. Unaona? Na mother hii side nyingine naye pia yeye labda atujue choice gani ataweza kumake. Kwa hivyo, come join sisi tuweze tukuona mali tutaweza kuelekea na hii story yote.
Thank you very much. In the meanwhile, finya hiyo kitu hapo chini, follow GVRC page on Facebook for us. Follow us. Oh.
Wacha watu follow.
To follow pale Instagram. Now to follow pia kwa YouTube. Ama ni aje. Always DM us anytime, any place. See you next Saturday. My boys bado tunaendelea na real movies. Ndio?
Chill.
Or should we invite a girl? No. Tuendelee tu my boys. See ya. Heading out.